Okay, this Nightcap brought to you by COVID. All right, welcome back to episode 3 of the Nightcap series. It's been a while. I've been a little busy. So tonight's whiskey we got from Mash and Grape. I haven't been impressed with them actually, and I canceled the subscription. But this is another Canadian blend. It's called Whiskey Trifecta. It's just a straight whiskey, and it's just 5 years. So it's apparently port Cabernet barrels with some oak casks. So I'm expecting a little bit of sweetness, but I do have COVID and I'm pretty stuffed up. I'm gonna nasty cough a lot. I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna go talk about how I killed the Godskin Duo. Most people seem to hate them the most. I don't find them to be that hard because I was incredibly cheap, as you'll see, but they were also incredibly cheap. A lot of people also hate the twin gargoyles. I actually killed those guys my first try. I'm not bragging. There's actually a video on my channel that's incredibly low quality because I was like starting out with stuff. But let's just give this a little bit of a nose. It's 45% alcohol. There's just a little bit of sweetness on there from the port, but it's very harsh. I'll probably review this at some point, but I'm also hoping this burns away COVID. Maybe this is the cure, guys. Who knows? The legs are pretty slow actually. It's this is probably actually there's some floaters in there. That's cool. So let's get a little bit of sip. Oh man, that is an incredibly well mouth coating feel right there. That is really oily. I actually like that a lot. And in fact, even though I can't really smell a whole lot, I'm getting some really nice sweet flavors there. Palate's definitely better than this. So anyway, let's watch myself fight the Godskin Duo. You'll probably notice that I started out with the Dark Moon Greatsword, and this kill has both of my katanas. This was still when I was trying to be like a spellblade, like more of a caster guy. But I kept having to go back to my katanas because it was like all I was like good at the time. So we're gonna watch this. All right, let's go in here. So off the bat, I always went after the fat one. He always comes up right at you, and I think the skinny one is the apostle, and I think the big one's the noble. My main goal here was to just try and poise break him. That's all I wanted to do. That's why I'm throwing out so many transient moonlights. I just want to poise break this guy, and I think I get it here pretty soon. Yeah, I got it. Get one. Oh, thanks, game. Didn't give me the crit. Thank you so much for no crit. I'm gonna just sit for that sadness. Oh, man. You'll notice that the apostle in the background isn't really aggressive. He just throws stuff at you like a coward. So if you just fight head-to-head with the noble and just keep your eye on that guy, you can duck around these pillars and, dodge his fireballs. They do input read a lot, but I found just fighting the big one was the best course of action. And just be as cheap as you want. Who cares what people on Reddit say or whatever? Be as cheap as you want. Do whatever you need to do to kill the bosses. This guy, I think, is actually harder to fight head-to-head because he's just crazy with some of his long range. Now, something to know is you have to kill each one of these twice. So when they get to about a certain amount of health and you have one left, they will summon the next one. I think it's either on a timer or percentage of health that they have left. So once you get done the first one, try and get the second one down quicker before you have to fight two again, because it's just a pain in the butt. The noble is probably the easiest to fight unless he just rolls, because nice poise break. Let's sip on that. Got the crit. This was after 20 attempts. I think this is attempt 21. And I got a pretty good flask count. I got 7 here. I'm just going to use Transient Moonlight all day. I was just getting my butt kicked by these guys. I'm saying I don't need another one. As in, I don't have any more FP to use another Transient Moonlight. But you gotta be greedy here. You gotta be greedy. Look how much health he's got. He's got nothing. I know I say don't be greedy, but at this one I had so much health. I had to be able to just run in and just get one hit on him. So let's fancy sip that. it was an annoying fight, I will say, and especially the run back was pretty annoying. You had to run by these two guards that were just hit like trucks. You had to like dodge them perfectly on your way to the fog gate. And even though there's a fog gate before you get there, you have to go downstairs to the other fog gate. Super annoying for that. Otherwise, that was not my favorite boss of Elden Ring. I hope you learned a little bit. Again, with this boss, it's just do what you need to do. I'm not that kind of player that's gonna like, you know, judge other players and how they play the game. Because, you know, I had to kill Melania with just my Mimic tier. To do it. What do you need to do to get through stuff? This is not the worst whiskey I've ever had. The Cabernet is coming through. There's a bit of a dry finish on top of the initial like port sweetness on the palate. Not bad. I will say the other bottle I got from Mash and Grape was pretty crappy and actually worth less than what my subscription cost a month. So that's why I ended it. Anyway, if you like these nightcaps, let me know. Comment down below if you like it. Give it a like. Not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps me out a lot. And thanks. See you guys.